We work really hard to raise money for our schools, teams, clubs, and groups.
Ever notice how many fundraisers are about buying and selling stuff?
Ever wonder about the stuff we're selling?
Like where it comes from or what it's made of?
We know junk food and drink is cheap because the food corporations and fast food restaurants make it as cheap and addictive as possible.
Yeah, so they make as much money as possible.
And we know that the extra sugar, salt, and fat in junk food and drinks is bad for us.
But what about chocolate candy and cookies sold door to door for fundraisers?
Or in vending machines.
Or bake sales?
Ever think about where chocolate comes from?
Cocoa beans, of course.
And 70% of the cocoa beans in the world come from West Africa.
Most cocoa growers in West Africa make less than $2 a day.
No one, anywhere, can live on $2 per day.
Some cocoa farmers are so poor that even their kids work as bonded laborers, almost like slaves, to harvest the beans for cheap candy bars.
Instead of going to school, they work all day and get paid less than it cost me to buy one candy bar.
So who gets all the extra profit?
The food corporations.
That's not fair. So what do? We're not trying to hurt anyone when we're selling chocolate candy bars to raise money.
Yeah, I love chocolate. If it doesn't have too much added sugar, chocolate's good for you.
So here's what you do. Set up a fair fundraiser instead. You don't need to use cheap junk food and drinks.
And if you can, buy fair trade food. Fair trade chocolate's the best.
What's fair trade?
Fair trade is about fair wages.
Fair trade products have a certification label. Fair trade certifies that the growers who make the food are paid a good salary. It's more expensive, but it's actually fair.
I'd pay a bit more for fair trade. I mean, why should we make money from other people's misery?
Are there other cheap foods or products that are unfairly made?
Yeah, like toys or t-shirts made in countries where the workers are paid a few dollars a day and often work in sweatshops.
Sweatshops?
Sweatshops are factories with horrible, unsafe conditions where the workers have few rights and are paid very little.
That's so unfair.
And it's just wrong.
I'm tired of these old fundraisers. Buy this, sell that, eat these, drink those.
If you really need to sell foods or products to raise funds, use fair trade products.
Or better, instead of selling stuff, do something good.
Raise money while making the world a better place.
There are hundreds of great ways to raise money without hurting anyone or making us sick.
Find out more at plantapenny.org.